Hello gamers, today we're going to go over a few new games and do some comparisons on a few things here. First we're going to start with the best game on the PS3, Gran Turismo 5. When you first put in Gran Turismo 5, you waited 6 years for this game, so there's a lot of expectation. So whenever I put it in, the very first thing I wanted to compare it to was, of course, Xbox 360's Forza 3. In my opinion, Forza 3 is still the better of the two games. Gran Turismo 5 reminds me of going to the hospital. You know what to expect, and it's very sterile. The racing itself is just classic Gran Turismo. You can be behind in the race and bounce off the cars as they enter the corners because the AI, they're just stupid. They don't have no damage. They just kind of follow their predetermined lines. So it's really boring. I'm really disappointed with it. And Forza 3, this is the third one. They've made all three Forza games in the time it's taken them to make this one game. And when you buy a Forza game, every single time a new version comes out, they innovate greatly. Like, whenever I first put in Gran Turismo 5 here just a few days ago, one of the things I immediately am missing is a rewind function that Forza 3 has. So whenever you're in a 100-lap race, and it's the 75th lap, and you make one slight mistake in Gran Turismo, that's it. The chances of you getting back into the position you were in are slim to none. Where in Forza 3, simply hit back on the controller and you're going to be right back to where you started from before you made that mistake. So Forza 3 is still the best of the two, and you get a lot cheaper. This game, Forza 3, came out in 2009. Gran Turismo 5 just came out a few days ago. So, but if all you have is a PS3, I would still say rent it, unless you're a big Motorhead fan. So that's what I have to say about those two games. Another game I don't have up here right now that I definitely want to talk about is Epic Mickey for the Nintendo Wii. And Epic Mickey is a total failure. I am so disappointed with this game. Not only is it a Disney icon, but it's one of the biggest games for the Wii for this fall. And it fails on many fronts. For one thing, there's no voice acting at all. This game is made by Disney. Why is there not Mickey Mouse? Why is there not any of these characters' voices done? Instead it's dialogue, so it's taking you back to like the Super Nintendo in Nintendo 64 days. Huge disappointment. But by far the biggest disappointment of the game is the fact that the camera, this is a third-person game, and the camera is just complete failure. It will not stick behind you. Instead, your character will be out running around, and you're trying to follow the character that you're controlling, and the camera will get hung up, or it will not zero behind him. You do have a button to zero your camera behind your character, which is Mickey, but it just doesn't work. It's really a huge shame. And the other thing that I really don't care about the game is it's on the Wii, so the graphics just aren't there, and it's really shown its age. I mean, the Wii is just a souped up GameCube, as we all know that already. But it's a letdown. It's disappointing. I don't know. Recommend renting it at most, but that's it. And the very last thing I want to talk about today is for your iPad and iOS devices. Just hit today, and that would be Infinity Blade. I downloaded it for the iPad, which is only $4.99 or $5.99. Incredible game. The graphics are amazing. We're talking about Xbox 360, PS3, first gen graphics, amazing. It just puts all the other handhelds to shame. Basically, it's a fantasy dungeon hack and slash type game. Let's see here. very cinematic. I mean, it's done by the guys who've done Gears of War. I mean, it's just amazing looking. But don't know if you can see that or not. This is my first video and all. But amazing. So that's definitely my iPad iOS pick of the week. It's definitely Infinity Blade. And if you're not sure about that game, I would definitely recommend for free Epic Citadel. And it is the demo for Infinity Blade. There's no characters or anything like that to interact with in it, but it's free. You can download it for any of the iOS devices. It's definitely worth checking out. So that's it for this week. This is my very first video, so you have to kind of forgive me on this. So thanks.